First of all, what did Ben tell you? More like you said, you can't date
someone younger than me. The lowest I can do is my age. You should be asking me my age.
Yeah, because like it's more.
My age is 29. Yesterday when I spoke to Zion, I never win because this is like 6 people against me.
For someone you claim you intend to have a long-term something with, I don't think Tofa is taking the right route. Hi everyone, so let's take this matter from the beginning, how it all started, this whole age issue. So now, in the afternoon, a conversation was had in the dining, why am I saying dining area? A conversation was had in the lounge where SHAUN, Ben, Anita, and the rest of the housemates, they were discussing general conversation revolving around relationship, those you've dated, how old, age limits, all that. And then SHAUN asked Anita about her, those she has dated in the past, and if she can date someone younger than her. And Anita, with all sincerity, said, well, she has never even dated anyone the same age with her. That her previous relationship is always older guys. Now, when she said that stuff, Ben went ahead to write something on his palm and showed Anita. And Anita actually looked but pretended like she didn't see that because they are not allowed to, read written. They're not allowed to communicate through writing and all that. It's against biggest rules. Now, Ben, meanwhile, when SHAUN asked this question, Ben, SHAUN, they gave themselves this eye contact. Mind you, Tofa was there. Now, at the kitchen area, Ben now told SHAUN that Anita said that Tofa lied to her. That she thought she was the same age with Tofa, only to realize that Tofa is younger, that she's older, way older than Tofa. And let me point out something. I'm sorry I'm digressing, but if you've been following this show, you will notice that Ben is age conscious, especially when it comes to relationship. I don't know why he's that way. Maybe it's just his own personal reason. But he's always saying stuff like, oh, I can't be with someone that is older than me. I can't date, oh, this person is older than this person now. Nelly is older than Suji, stuff like that. And he's always trying to notice about age, like, how old are you? How old is this person? How old? And then Ben now told SHAUN that he knew that this is going to cause a problem for them, not here, but maybe outside the house. That he has always known that Anita is the older one, that by the time they go out, it will cause problem. If you remember the day Ben was talking about Nelly and Suji relationship, when he was giving reason why that relationship will not work outside, after mentioning how expensive Nelly is to maintain, he mentioned age, that Nelly is older than Suji, so it won't work. And I'm like, why is Ben always age conscious? Like, okay, let's say it's your personal reason. Why don't you allow other people to do whatever works for them? But then, let's come back to Tofa and Anita. So now, after the task, Tofa decided, to come correct. No, let me not use the word come correct too, because he was still trying to be diplomatic. So Tofa came into the HOH condo and told Anita, we have something to discuss. It's a serious issue. Meanwhile, at the moment, he was tying towel. So Anita was like, if we have a serious issue to discuss, I don't think you should be having towels on since it's going to be a serious matter. And then Tofa now asked Anita, what did Ben tell you? So Anita was like, how? Ben, how? Where is this conversation coming from? And he now said, when Ben wrote something on his palm and showed you, what did you see? And Anita now said, well, I didn't bother to read it. It's against biggest rule. I didn't want to go against that rule. And Tofa was not like that. He just wanted to know what Ben told you. That a conversation was had in the dining area and he thought maybe Ben told you something. And Anita was like, okay, yes, a conversation was had. And Ben showed me something, but I didn't bother reading it. And Tofa now started with, we are talking about past relationship. For me, I've always gone for girls 6'3". I've never gone beyond that. My biggest fear going for 6'4", 6'5", but all the girls I've been with previously 6'3". And Anita was like, okay, fine. And he now told Anita, I heard you saying you've not been with guys you're younger than. And Anita said, yes. I said I've never dated a guy of not even my age, It's always guys older than me. And at that moment too, Tofa started checking it out. And I'm like, what's going on here? He now started stuttering, stammering. Well, he now asked Anita, what was the youngest you've been with? And Anita said, you're talking about youngest. I'm telling you, I haven't even been with someone of my age. At that point, Tofa now switched the convo. And I said, well, that the whole conversation in the eating area, the general conversation they had, do you know the question was all because of Chizoba, that Ben wanted to use that opportunity and get to know Chizoba's real age. And Anita was like, okay, fine. But why did you decide to ask me about what Ben showed me guys have dated? You, how old are you? And Tofa said, he was trying to divert the question. And then he now said, well, I'm 58. I'm 58. And Anita told him, you're saying a lot. At the same time, you're saying nothing. And Tofa then mentioned of what you told Chizoba. You told Chizoba about your fear outside of here. And Anita now made it clear to him that what she said was, if they eventually leave the house and she discovered that what he said was a different thing from what it is, that is going to be a big problem. Well, the cameraman decided to give them a little space because Tofa was just beating around the bush. Meanwhile, the next time the cameraman came on them, and Tofa was not telling Anita that for any time he tries to have a convo with her, that he's always scared and shy. And I'm like, wow, but you never ready. That she should find a way to make him feel more comfortable and more free to share conversations or seek for her opinion regarding ideas. That she has this way of making him feel scared and shy. Meanwhile, let's go to Big Brother's website. So it reads that Tofa is 24 years old, Suj is 23 years old, Anita is 28 years old, and Nelly is 29 years old. And I don't even know why Tofa is scared, because Anita even made it easier for him by telling him that to her it's all about personality. That you want to say if she sees someone she finds interesting, she will start checking how old the person is. That age is just a number to her. Yet, Baba still dey fear. Well, they later spent some time just alone in the garden and the rain drizzling, and later even had dinner together. Meanwhile, while all this gbege was happening between Tofa and Anita, Suj was busy. Instead of coming out to bail your guy out, Suj was just busy with Nelly, giving her a back rub. Well, Tofa will be fine last. While the housemates are still dealing with their punishment, Tjay, Chinwe, Wani still found some time to make some delicious meal for the housemates. They made white rice, beans, and tomato stew. This biggie's punishment is not for the faint-hearted. The housemates even spent some time discussing on whether any other season had to serve punishment or giving a punishment like this. And I'm like, why do you care? Even if no season has ever done this, do you want to tell people that you won't do it? You don't get choice. But then Onyeka was able to complete counting. She mentioned her beans is 11,210. 11,210 seeds. What? Actually, kudos to her because she tried finishing up just same day the punishment was issued. Meanwhile, Ozzy told Victoria that by going by how difficult this punishment was for him, that moving forward, if any housemates go against the rule, that he will personally ask Big Brother for permission to deal with the person. Even if it is you, Victoria, I'll tell Big Brother, give me the permission to use my belt. that this time around, he's not just going to be careful, but he will look out for the rest of the housemates as well, as never to do this kind of punishment again. After dinner, TJ and Nelly bonded over the food, and TJ mentioning foods he can't wait to eat before going back to the UK. And Nelly was like, oh, I know you will love to go back immediately, but remember what was signed. And TJ said, well, he'll still find a way to go back. From there, the conversation now moved towards the game. And TJ now asked Nelly, do you feel bad for the streets? You know, the way they left. And Nelly said, well, in as much as she was very close to them and feel bad for them, that it's the game. That the moment he knew they might be out the next week was when they evicted Ndine. That you know that decision was out of sentiment. They're not like they were trying to be strategic. Because if they were trying to be strategic, they could have, you know, taken out the other people. But they felt, oh, when Ndine had the power to save and all that, they didn't save them. So they felt like it's payback time. I'm like, how? Nelly, how do you know? Well, TJ mentioned that this was exactly the same thing he was telling Ben. And even when Mayor came to meet him, he mentioned on how the housemates were sad that Ndine were removed out of the game, that most housemates loved Ndine, and that pair was a very nice and unique pair, in the sense that nobody thought an aunt and a niece would be on the game. So seeing how it played out with the housemates, their mood that very day, he knew, you know, they might be out the next week. And Nelly now added that this is why she has been trying to advise Zion that you can't keep on inheriting Chinwe's enemies. That if peradventure you are to be at the mercy of the housemates and you decide to be beefing everybody, do you know it won't end well for you? That might just be the end of your journey in this game. That you should try as much as possible to talk to Chinwe, you know, to turn a new leaf, and you on your own part try to mingle and associate with the rest of the housemates. That if you claim that everybody in the house is against you, that means you have a problem. That there was a time she even had similar issue like this where a group of people were all against her. That she needs to even call all of them together and apologize, because only you can stand against this number of people. That she has been trying to talk to Zion. That even if you try to be distancing yourself, you don't know brands that are watching. At the end of the day, they won't even be able to connect with you on a deeper level, because you are just isolating yourself all through the game. You never can tell. You might not win the game, but brands can come for you and you will still make clean and cool money. TJ affirmed to that, saying it's true, because it's the wrong political move that the streets made that cost them their own game. As the housemates continued to serve their punishments, being speakers became sad at some point, that they would have preferred to be the animal you are, like take the punishments that comes with being an animal, because here they are counting beans while those that pick the punishment of animal are just chilling. Well, Biggie should just free my people, I beg. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Good morning and enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. Bye.